Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqu and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach IELTS in Lahore, and I also teach IELTS all over the world through my online classes. I welcome you to my IELTS video, and in this video I'm going to tell you about listening and the listening type of questions which we are going to discuss, that is classification. We are going to talk about classification, and I'm going to tell you what is classification, how to do classification, and how to get all answers correct in classification. Are you ready for that? Okay, good job. Now let's take a look at the task so that you know what is classification. You can see it's written who will do the following tasks: Martin, Kate, both Martin and Kate. So there are three categories: Martin, Kate, and both Martin and Kate. You got to write A, B, C. A, M, Martin, B, K, Kate, and C, both. Right? So where both of them are gonna do, then you will write C. If one is gonna do like Kate is gonna do, then B. If Martin is gonna do, then you'll write A. Simple. This is called classification. Clear? Okay, then there are certain tasks and all that stuff. Okay, so this is how the task is, and we'll be doing it. Task guide. Now I'm going to guide you about classification. Don't worry, I'm here. I'll guide you, and then you will take the test and you're gonna get, there are 5 questions, you got to get 5 out of 5. Okay, that's what you should look for. 40 out of 40 questions and 40 answers in listening, and then you'll be getting 9 bands, and you will make me feel proud of you. Yes, exactly. Okay, task guide. This task requires you to answer a series of questions with the same choice of answer in each case. For example, they can be Martin, Kate, both. Martin, Kate, both. You got all 3. Although the possible answers are the same for each question. Although the possible answers are the same for each question, the questions do not depend on each other. So questions, they do not depend on each other. They are separate. Possible answer can be, A can be used twice. B can be used twice, C can be used twice or once, and all that stuff, right? So although the possible answers are the same for each question, the questions do not depend on each other. Questions are all separate. You can get one question wrong but the next one right. That is possible. Do not try to break the code. It is not possible to predict how many answers will be the same. It's not that how many A's, that is Martin, how many B's, that is Kate. You write all A, all B, all C. You don't know that. Or to find a pattern of any kind. Okay. In some cases, option C may be the combination of option A and B. In some cases, C is equal to A plus B. In other cases, the possible answer may consist of 3 distinct possibilities. They can be A, Martin, B, Kate, C, Peter. It can be like that as well. 3 different people, places, periods of time, and so on. The questions follow the order of the recording in listening as it happens. If you miss one question, leave it and go on to the next one. Don't worry about that. Okay, so this was the task guide. I hope you would have understood it. Step-by-step guide. Now I'm going to guide you step by step. Step 1. Think first. You got to think first. What you hear on the recording may be different words from the questions. So whatever you hear on the recording may be different words from the question. They can use the synonyms, and they always use the synonyms actually, but with the same meaning synonyms. Okay. For compose a questionnaire, in question number 26, we got question number 26. You can see that compose a questionnaire. So for compose a questionnaire in question 26, you might hear write a questionnaire, compose a questionnaire, or write a questionnaire. Create a questionnaire, compose, write, create a questionnaire, produce questions. Instead of questionnaire, they might write produce questions for a questionnaire. Put a questionnaire together. Put a questionnaire together, and so on. So there can be anything like that, but you should keep in mind it's a questionnaire, right? You should keep that in mind actually. Alright, now let's see. Step 2. Check what you will hear. You got to check what you are going to hear, what you will hear. Tape script. Kate, yes, well, we are going to need the questionnaire before we can do much else, aren't we? Right, now Kate is actually asking, we are going to need the questionnaire before we can do much else, aren't we? Do you want to handle that? It's a question. Now Kate is asking Martin, do you want to handle that? And Martin says, I'd assumed we'd do it together. Again, it's a question. I'd assumed we'd do it together. Kate, you have more experience than me. Maybe you could think up the main questions, you know, a first version of the whole thing, and then I could read it through. Now she says, you do this about the questionnaire and then I'll do this, Martin, and make suggestions. Well, okay. Now they have decided about the questionnaire that they are going to do it together. One part Kate is gonna do and the second part Martin is gonna do. That's why compose questionnaire, the correct answer is C. Now did you notice before we found out about C, both Martin and Kate, we were confused about A and B. So in multiple choice we are always confused, and in life also. Life is also like multiple choice. In life also we are confused when there are three things and we got to select one. Okay, and it's very difficult to do. Okay, what should I do? Should I go to Australia, Canada or New Zealand? I don't know what to do and all that. So it is confusing because it is multiple choice, and life is also like multiple choice. You got many choices in life. Is this clear? Good job. Now, Kate first suggests that Martin handles the questionnaire. You think, okay, Martin is gonna do it. If you choose option A, Martin, at this point you are answering the question too soon. Don't answer the question too soon in multiple choice. Wait and see what is the final conclusion before they move on to the next question, right? Okay, at this point it has not been confirmed who will do the task of composing the questionnaire. The person who is gonna do that, he should agree as well. One person says, okay, you do it, and you say, no, I will not do it. You do it, I'll not do it. Then who will do it? You do it, please. Then say, okay, I'll do it. So it's going to be something like that. You got to see when they are arguing, fighting, who's gonna do that. Anyways, let's just go ahead. Next, Martin suggests that they do the task together. Martin gives a suggestion. This indicates that both Martin and Kate, option C is the answer. However, you cannot be sure because Kate has not agreed to this yet. So the other person should agree also. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, that's fine, right? So other person should agree as well. Then Kate accepts Martin's suggestion and clarifies how they will both do the test. Then Kate accepts and then she says, okay, you do this part and I'll do this one as well. But you still cannot be sure because Martin has not agreed to this. And finally, Martin confirms his agreement, right? Well, when he says, well, okay means he confirms his agreement, well, okay, and you can now safely choose option C as the correct answer. Wrongly choose and safely choose. You can easily wrongly choose the answer, but for safely choosing the answer, you got to listen to all parts of the audio and then you got to decide wisely what the right answer is. Now try the task. We've done one question already, so don't worry about that. That is already done, and I've explained classification in great detail. Now you understand what is classification, what are the dangers in classification, what are the pitfalls or traps in classification, and how you're going to decide which option you are going to choose. I wish you all the best. Listen to the audio and I'll join you with checking the answers, okay? With the answer key. Take care. Good luck.
Now listen to the rest of the conversation and answer questions 26 to 30.
Look, we ought to start working out what to do next for our project.
Yes, enough moaning.
OK, the main thing is to allocate the various tasks between us, isn't it?
Yes, well, we're going to need the questionnaire before we can do much else, aren't we? Do you want to handle that?
I'd assumed we'd do it together.
Well, you have more experience than me. Maybe you could think up the main questions, you know, a first version of the whole thing, and then I could read it through.
And make suggestions? Well, OK. My experience on projects has all been with closed groups. I don't really know how you go about selecting subjects from larger populations.
Actually, it's quite straightforward. You use tables of randomised numbers.
Could you show me?
Yeah, I'll take you through the process. That way you'll learn and I'll feel surer for having someone else there. Now that brings us to the interviews themselves.
Right. Would you like to do them? Or are there too many?
Well, your typing's pretty fast, isn't it? So if you agree to handle the transcribing afterwards, I'm prepared to do the face-to-face stage. Does that sound fair?
It does to me. But tell me if you find it takes longer than you thought.
And vice versa. And when we get the results all together, they'll need to be run through statistics programs, won't they? That's where I always feel a bit unsure about which tests are the correct ones to choose.
Same here. But we can get advice from the lecturers about that. Shall we do all that as a joint effort?
I think it'd make us feel more secure about what we were doing.
Yes, it would be terrible to get that wrong after all the hard work leading up to it.
And then we've got to present the whole thing to the group. Will you feel up to doing that?
I think we should do a joint presentation. It's all both our work after all.
I guess you're right. But would you mind getting the slides and so on ready? I find that takes me ages and still doesn't look any good.
Whereas I quite enjoy that kind of thing. OK. Now, we need to think about a few...
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Welcome to Answer Key. How was that? Happy? Tips are working? Thank God. If tips are working, thank God I'm happy. Tips are not working, improve your listening skill if tips are not working for you, okay? You know what I mean. Question number 27. Note both Martin and Kate will select people to interview. They say selecting subjects from larger populations. Although it is clear that Kate knows more about the process, this doesn't mean she will do it alone. She says, I know more about this process, but this doesn't mean she will do it alone. They actually decide both Martin and Kate will select people to interview. So the answer for question number 27 is C. Okay? What was your answer? C. Well done, well done. A or B? This should be a stick with me, huh? Be careful, huh? Next time, I told you all that. Don't be lazy now. 28. Conduct interviews. Now, who is going to conduct interviews? Martin, Kate, or both of them? Let's see. That is question number 28. They say, this is only Kate. Martin isn't going to conduct interviews. He's going to type them up after Kate has done the face-to-face stage. Martin will type the interviews. Kate is actually going to conduct the interviews. So for conducting interviews, the correct answer is B, Kate. And don't write Kate. Don't write Martin as an answer. You just need to write ABC. If you write Kate, Martin, both Martin and Kate, your answers will be considered wrong. I'm telling you now. 29. Analyze statistics. So who is going to analyze the statistics? What's your answer? C, both? Well done. Excellent. Good. You are my student. Very good. I'm proud of you. Analyze statistics. That is C. Now, do you have a feeling that Asad Yaqub himself is teaching you? That's what I want. Through these YouTube videos, I want to give you the feelings that I am sitting in your house. I am sitting next to you. I'm sitting in front of you, and I am your personal IELTS coach. Good. The words are slipping. I don't know why the words are slipping. Maybe I'm overexcited. That's why. So, analyze statistics. Let's see question 29. Note, Martin and Kate will analyze the statistics. They say run the results through statistics program as a joint effort. As a joint effort means they're going to do it together. Next, we've got question 30. Prepare visuals for presentation. Who is going to prepare visuals for presentation? What is your answer? A. Well done. See now, if your answer is correct, you would be like, yes, yes, I can do it. This is the important thing. When you are right, there is a lot of energy inside you. There is a lot of, magnetic field inside you to attract more correct answers once you are up to this thing. And if your answer is wrong, You must be sitting like this. Okay, I wrote B, but the correct answer for 30 is A. Why is that? I've got to see it again. See that? Negative energy. And this negative energy will attract more negativity, and then your more answers are going to be wrong. So be careful, okay? Yes, well done. Come back now. I cannot make you feel negative. My students cannot be negative. Exactly. So anyways, prepare visuals for presentation, and that is A. Martin is gonna do that. They say it's important here to distinguish between giving the presentation, which the question does not ask about, and preparing visuals for the presentation, which the question does ask about. They talk about two things. They are actually talking about giving the presentation, which the question does not ask about, and preparing visuals for the presentation, which the question does ask about. Martin and Kate will give the presentation together, a joint presentation, but only Martin will make the slides and so on. Got it? Yes. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Out of these 5, how many answers are correct? 5 out of 5, well done. 4 out of 5, good. 3 out of 5, fair. 2 out of 5, that's very bad. 1 out of 5, that one must be the one which you did with me. Very bad, very, very bad. Do it again. Yeah. I'm your teacher, I can scold you as well. If you like this video, hit on the like button and subscribe my channel. Turn on the notification, and please comment on this video as well. Tell me about this video so that I need my motivation as well. I'm giving you encouragement, I'm giving you motivation, I'm giving you a lot of things. I need the same thing as well. Okay? Thank you very much for that. And I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my contact number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqu wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.